What is your claim to fame?
I'm the founder of Amazon.com.
Jeff Bezos is known for building Amazon into one of the most powerful companies in the world, revolutionizing e-commerce, cloud computing, and logistics. However, his leadership style has been widely criticized for fostering an aggressive, high-pressure workplace. Reports of relentless demands, intense employee monitoring, and a culture of fear have raised concerns about Amazon's internal environment.
So it is true that in most of these jobs in the warehouse, you are tracked every single second. When you pause, a computer is noting that. It's almost like an attendance system within an attendance system.
Now, Bezos has turned his focus to Blue Origin, the space company he founded in 2000. Originally envisioned as a bold competitor to SpaceX, Blue Origin has struggled with delays, internal dissatisfaction, and an apparent shift in corporate culture. With several former Amazon executives joining its leadership ranks, concerns are growing that Bezos is importing Amazon's controversial management tactics to his space venture. This article explores the impact of Bezos' leadership style on Blue Origin, its employees.
The culture was one of collaboration, innovation, excitement, enthusiasm, nerdiness, which I just loved. But that did not stay the same for very long.
And its future, raising the question, has Amazon's toxic culture taken root in the final frontier? Amazon's workplace culture. Under Jeff Bezos, Amazon's rise to dominance was fueled by an intense, results-driven culture that demanded peak performance from employees. Jeff Bezos championed a philosophy that prioritized efficiency, customer obsession, and rapid innovation, but at a cost. Reports from former employees have described Amazon as a grueling work environment, where long hours, relentless targets, and constant performance evaluations created a culture of fear and burnout. One of the most controversial aspects of Amazon's management style was its rank and yank system, where employees were ranked based on performance and the lowest performers were frequently let go. This constant pressure led to high turnover and a cutthroat atmosphere. Additionally, Amazon's use of surveillance and monitoring, from warehouse workers being tracked for productivity,
that assumption would be incorrect. The tools are not what I call battle tested,
to corporate employees being measured against aggressive benchmarks, left little room for error. The company was also criticized for fostering a lack of empathy toward employees.
All the time.
It's a lot of walking, it's a lot of fast pace, it's a lot of climbing upstairs. It's just a lot for the human body.
It's tiring, it's consistent, it's fast speed, it's unsafe because you consistently working fast paced.
Stories surfaced about workers skipping bathroom breaks to meet quotas, an extreme reluctance to accommodate employees with personal hardships, and an overall work environment described as purposeful Darwinism. Even high-level executives were not immune to Bezos' high expectations.
These are beautiful. People are going to want to live here.
With reports of brutal performance reviews and high-stakes meetings where employees were publicly called out for underperformance. While Amazon's high-pressure culture produced undeniable financial success, it also became synonymous with burnout, stress, and dissatisfaction. Now, with Bezos focusing more on Blue Origin, concerns have emerged that this intense corporate culture is being replicated in his space company. Transition of leadership practices to Blue Origin. When Jeff Bezos stepped down as Amazon's CEO in 2021, he shifted more of his attention to Blue Origin. However, instead of fostering an innovative and collaborative environment, he seemed to bring many of Amazon's infamous management practices with him. One clear sign of this shift was the hiring of former Amazon executives into key leadership roles at Blue Origin. These leaders, accustomed to Amazon's high-pressure, data-driven decision-making, began implementing aggressive workplace policies, similar to those that had defined Amazon's corporate culture. Employees soon reported increasing workloads, unrealistic deadlines, and a more rigid corporate hierarchy. Another significant change was the emphasis on high-stakes competition and ruthless performance evaluations. Just like Amazon's rank-based system, Blue Origin employees found themselves facing strict assessments, where underperformers were quickly pushed out. This approach created a tense work atmosphere, with many employees fearing for their job security rather than focusing on long-term innovation. Additionally, Bezos' obsession with efficiency led to pressure to move faster and cut bureaucratic inefficiencies. However, this rush to achieve results often came at the expense of workplace morale. Engineers and managers alike expressed frustration over shifting priorities, sudden leadership changes, and an increasing disconnect between upper management and the workforce. Rather than creating an environment that fosters creativity and passion for space exploration, Bezos' influence has introduced a more corporate, high-pressure culture at Blue Origin, one that eerily mirrors Amazon's most controversial aspects. Impact on Blue Origin's workforce. As Blue Origin adopted more of Amazon's corporate culture, employee morale took a significant hit. Many workers who joined the company with dreams of advancing space exploration found themselves caught in a stressful, high-pressure environment that prioritized deadlines and corporate efficiency over creativity and innovation. One of the most visible consequences of this shift has been widespread layoffs. In early 2024, Blue Origin cut approximately 10% of its workforce.
Jeff Bezos' space venture Blue Origin cutting 10% of its workforce,
eliminating hundreds of positions across the company. While leadership framed the layoffs as a way to streamline operations and eliminate inefficiencies, many employees saw it as a sign that the company was shifting toward a more Amazon-like model, where aggressive cost-cutting and performance-based terminations were the norm. Additionally, the company has faced serious internal dissatisfaction. Reports from former employees describe a workplace where long hours and tight deadlines have become standard, leading to burnout and high turnover rates. Many have also expressed frustration with unclear leadership directives, and as priorities seem to shift constantly under Bezos' vision. In contrast to SpaceX, where Elon Musk has fostered a highly demanding, yet innovation-driven culture, many at Blue Origin feel that the company's leadership structure has stifled creativity rather than encouraged it. Employees who once joined the company to push the boundaries of space exploration now feel they are working in a rigid, corporate-driven system. If Blue Origin continues down this path, it risks losing some of its top talent, undermining its ability to compete in the private space industry. Comparison with competitors. As Blue Origin struggles with internal dissatisfaction and a rigid corporate structure, its main competitor, SpaceX, has surged ahead in the private space industry. While both companies demand high performance from their employees, the workplace cultures differ significantly. At SpaceX, Elon Musk has cultivated a fast-paced, high-pressure environment, but one that is largely mission-driven. Engineers and technicians often work long hours, but many feel a sense of purpose, knowing their contributions directly impact ambitious goals such as Mars colonization and rapid rocket reusability. SpaceX's iterative design approach and willingness to take risks have led to groundbreaking achievements, including the Starship program and regular crewed missions for NASA.
Faster than the speed of sound, getting those onboard views.
In contrast, Blue Origin has struggled with execution and delays. Projects like the New Glenn rocket and the Blue Moon lunar lander have faced repeated setbacks, leading to frustration among employees. Many have cited bureaucratic inefficiencies and leadership instability as key reasons why Blue Origin has failed to match SpaceX's progress. Additionally, companies like Rocket Lab and Relativity Space have emerged as agile competitors, capitalizing on Blue Origin's slow-moving corporate structure. If Bezos' leadership style continues to stifle innovation, Blue Origin may find itself falling even further behind in the space race. Public perception and criticism. Public perception of Jeff Bezos' leadership at Blue Origin has been largely divisive. While some admire his ambition and commitment to space exploration, many critics argue that he has brought Amazon's cutthroat culture into an industry that thrives on innovation and collaboration. One of the biggest criticisms is that Bezos treats Blue Origin like just another corporate venture rather than a true space exploration company. Unlike Elon Musk, who is deeply involved in SpaceX's engineering and technical decisions, Bezos is often seen as a distant leader, focused more on efficiency and cost-cutting than fostering a passionate space culture. Additionally, the company has been called out for lack of progress and innovation. Despite being one of the wealthiest private space companies, Blue Origin has been slow to deliver results. Critics argue that the company's rigid hierarchy and Amazon-like work culture have stifled its ability to move quickly and take bold risks, two factors that have been essential to SpaceX's success. Furthermore, employee testimonials paint a picture of a workplace where job security is uncertain, morale is low, and creativity is undervalued. If Blue Origin continues down this path, it risks damaging its reputation and losing key talent to more agile competitors. Jeff Bezos' leadership has undeniably shaped both Amazon and Blue Origin, but not always for the better. While his ambition and vision have propelled both companies forward, his high-pressure, efficiency-driven culture has created significant challenges for Blue Origin's workforce. Instead of fostering an environment of innovation and passion for space exploration, Blue Origin has increasingly mirrored Amazon's cutthroat performance metrics, workplace stress, and rigid hierarchy. The consequences of this shift are already evident. Employee morale has suffered, high-level talent has left for competitors, and Blue Origin's progress has been slower than expected. Layoffs and leadership changes indicate an attempt to course correct, but the underlying cultural issues remain a major concern. Meanwhile, SpaceX and other competitors continue to push ahead, achieving milestones that Blue Origin has yet to reach. If Bezos does not adapt his leadership approach, moving away from Amazon's notorious management style, Blue Origin may struggle to fulfill its ambitious goals in space. The question remains, will Bezos recognize the need for cultural change before it's too late? Or will Blue Origin remain trapped under the same rigid structure that has defined Amazon's corporate machine? The answer may determine the company's future in the growing space race.